everyone. Here we are, lunch therapy. It's a Thursday. It's a crazy story Thursday. And we have none other than Mitch Hara on the show today from the show Smothered on Amazon. As promised, he's going to be here telling us a crazy story. It's so great to be here. Let's get into the show. This is a place where we throw away all our concerns. We park our news cycle in the stand there next to the other news cycles and just have a good time. You can chat on the screen. You can try and give us topics to talk about if you want, but he's going to tell a crazy story, so he might be very much engaged in that story and you can try and distract him. Here we go. Lunch therapy. Welcome. Okay, today we're going to take a little walk in the woods. This
Very
is,
muggy.
Kyler Boone's nomadic ambiance.
Oh my god.
Very nice, very nice.
Keep them off. I'm getting bit by bugs.
So,
This is where you take your guests? This is humiliating.
it is.
It's like the rainforest.
So far, somebody told me my audio is echoing, so we're going to go for something a little different here. Thanks for letting me know, Ben. Tell me if it's still echoing. Echoing? Maybe.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Echo, 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 Todd Lee. How about now? Is it still echoing? The joys of sound. The joys
Looks
of
like
sound.
you're going through a field of kale.
Yeah. It's like I'm going through a field of kale. I have Mitch in one ear right now. I don't know if you hear him, but it's going pretty well. Okay, let's just breathe. I'll get over the echoing thing in a second. In through the nose, out through the toes. Hold it. Let it go. God grant me the serenity. All right, in through the nose, out through the toes. I'm stumping on the campaign trail, yeah. Let it go. I'm letting it go. I guess I'm just going to be echoey today. I guess maybe that might be it. All right, so let's see what other fun things we can do. All right, so I've got Mitch here, and let's just get into this thing. All right, I'm going to do one more breath because I think I need it, because whenever I have sound issues, it makes me crazy. In through the nose, out through the toes. Hold it. Let it go. Remember that episode where my voice was really low? That was fun. Maybe this will be like one of those. Paul was out there in Mexico surfing. Greg Warlow's asking if I'm in a cave. Sounds echoey. Echo is cool. We love it. It makes me sound powerful. Pretend I'm in the bat cave. Here we go. I'm going to bring Mitch on, but just a sec, I'm going to intro him. So, as we said, he's in the show Smothered, which is available on Amazon, which is a super cool show, and I think you're going to love it if you haven't seen it already. I am going to use my echo to my advantage here and sound like a real guru, since I am the leader of a cult called the Cult of the Hummingbird. Mitch is a hilarious actor. We're going to see some clips from him. He and I are going to chat, and then he's going to tell a crazy story. I hope that you all are enjoying the show so far. Okay, now I'm going to do some other crazy technical stuff that's really going to be a mess. So here we go. All right, there he is. Mitch. Look, there he is. See him over there?
Hey!
It's fun.
Oh, baby. What up?
All right, good to see you.
I know, right?
Now I'm going to ask the audience if they can hear you. Which I think
Can the audience hear me? Well, there's no more echo, Greg said.
Yeah, Greg says there's no more echo. I'm nothing without my echoes. Now I'm going to have to go back.
You're nothing without. Oh, Ben, can you move my picture so they can see my face?
Oh, they can. Oh, I think they can see your face.
Oh, that little square of me.
Yeah, that's the little
okay.
square. So right now, this is the portion where you and I are going to hang out and walk down a forest trail.
It's very muggy.
Yeah, it is very muggy.
I really like sun. I really like the beach. Greg's just a pain in the ass. He keeps telling you.
No, I asked him to tell me these things because I can't tell. I can't tell.
Echo is freaking me out, man. Todd's losing his mind.
Todd's losing his mind. So, Mitch and I are just meeting here in this crazy, ridiculous situation where I'm trying to do like 18 different things, and I have a big echo problem.
Yeah.
But
I should have worn pants for this walk.
Yeah, you should have worn pants because we gotta hold on to it.
It's ridiculous. I'm wearing a Speedo and high tops.
All right, so usual. I'm just gonna show you a couple of things here, and I would like to hear your reaction. The first one is one of my favorites. Is a weather person.
What in the?
Suddenly.
Okay, I was wondering. What should I do? Oh.
You must be from like Milwaukee.
Come back.
Yeah, I think so. Whoa!
Oh!
This is good
he
stuff.
could eat her whole head.
I was wondering why Kirsten, our producer's like, just stay on the screen after.
He'd be bad going down on her.
And now he's saying, Mitch, have you got headphones? All right, everybody's trying to solve our problem. Pain in the ass. Greg says pain in the ass. You don't know me well enough to call me a pain in the ass.
49ers, yeah.
I'm a gypsy. I'm psychic.
All right, let's go to the next thing here. Here's another one. This is another one. It's like a thing. I don't know. Maybe it's a meme. I don't know, but we're gonna see. All of a sudden,
it's like shitty weather anyway. Oh, here he comes.
Yeah. I think this is in San Francisco. Is that the Golden Gate Bridge? Maybe.
I don't know. It looks like their kind of weather.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Next thing is the cat. So this is Nathan the beach cat, and he swims. You ever seen a cat that swims?
No. I'm allergic.
You're allergic.
I am allergic to cats. Let's go with the echo. It's very modern.
It is.
Modern.
All right, so we're going to get out of this segment, this video segment for today, and I'm going to show you a couple clips of Mitch's work.
What could be better?
Yeah, this is going to be cool. So these are some of my favorite clips from Mitch. They're two shows. One is Smothered, and the other is Adam Astra.
Yeah, baby.
Director. Yeah. Here we go.
But shit goes by so fast. And all this, like, days turn into months, and months turn into years, and all of a sudden it's New Year's again. And then it's your birthday. And then you look around and you think, you know, where the fuck your life went?
I'm Adam Astra, and this is my casting company.
Even if we brought you in like 20 times and you killed every audition, if you blow one audition, you're dead to us.
No, not dead.
No, dead. That's really the truth. We'll never bring you back.
Joe Manganiello would be genius. Just tell him I wrote it for him. McConaughey? Genius. Pay or play. Just pay. Pay. Build it and they will...
Everybody loves me.
Everyone hates you.
Randy.
I'm Ralph.
Randy.
Randy.
He's Randy.
I'm Randy.
You know, in chapter 2 of my book, Dead...
Why aren't we having sex anymore?
You're like an Alzheimer victim. We had sex 3 days ago.
When?
Oh my God. We whacked each other off during This Is Us. Okay. But shit goes by so fast. And all this, like, days turn into...
Okay, people. That is Mitch, and he is one of my favorite. He's one of my favorite new actors. My favorite, because he just came into my consciousness now, and I watched that show Smothered, and I recommend that you watch it, and because it is hilarious. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go into our segment called Crazy Stories. And Mitch is going to tell us some crazy stories. And let me just get us going here. Here we go, the crazy story intro. All right. I think we're existing. We're doing quite well here. The show is going very well today, I must say. Mitch, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Joel Marshall. And this is the first time we've met, really, right? in this wacky circumstance. We don't really know because, we might have met 10 years ago when we were at the Beverly Hills Playhouse, perhaps.
Correct. And I have only a 2-year memory, so I'm screwed.
Yeah. So, what can we do? What can we do? I hear that you have a crazy story that you want to tell me.
Well, I have a couple. I could have a casting story.
Yeah.
Where I'm barred from Universal.
I would like to hear something about Studio 54.
Oh, what's Studio 54?
Because Studio 54 is one of those legendary things that people talk about, and there are pictures and stuff, but people that were actually there. Were you actually there?
Yeah. That was my first job in New York.
Your first job. You worked at Studio 54?
I worked at Studio 54. Like at the very end, I was wearing like gold lame shorts and a bow tie. I was like a cocktail whore.
Oh, do you have a crazy story from that?
I was serving cocktails. So in the middle of everything, Mick Jagger comes up to me and he gives me $200 if I would hold his pants.
What?
Yeah. So I was like, fuck it, it's $200, okay. And then Nureyev gave me $100 to hold his. And then they started having at it. And then they invited me to join, and I was like, no, I'm good.
I'm the pants holder.
Yeah, I'm good just holding the pants. And then Rubel came up to me and almost fired me because I was a bad service employee.
Whoa,
My service was not good.
No, wait a minute. So in Studio 54, like right there in the midst of everything, they're just going at it?
Yeah.
I thought that's the way Hollywood was going to be when I got here. That it was just going to be parties everywhere, crazy, wacky things like that. But
well, when did you get here? In the 80s?
No, it was after the 80s. So.
Then you missed them.
I guess we missed it. We have a request for the casting story.
My Camilla. Oh, that's your wife.
That's my wife. Yeah.
There's her picture. Oh my God! I went Ronnie Yiskel, or it was Francine Maisler. I don't know. They were casting this war thing, like it was, I don't know, something black ass down or whatever it does. What does it mean? They want you to hold his pants.
I would have been like that too. Like, what do you mean hold your pants? It's kind of like when people go, hold my beer.
Yeah, it was just
hold my beer, and they're about to get in a fight. But hold my pants is a completely different thing.
Correct.
It's more like a wrestling.
Money. Anyway, so Francine Maisler, Mitch was in Modern Family episode, yeah. And if not, they missed out. We will have.
Were you in Modern Family?
Oh, yeah.
You were?
Yeah.
Oh, so they didn't miss out. What episode? Do we know?
I don't know.
Perfect. I don't know. I didn't watch it.
No, I can't remember. But so they were casting this war thing at Universal. And it was either Francine Maisler or Ronnie Yiskel, and they're both queens, and I love them. Yeah. And so they wouldn't give me an audition, so I dressed up like an army fucker in all combat with the hat and the everything, and I espionaged my way onto the lot, and I slammed into the audition, and I threw her against the wall, and I was just like, and I decided the character was deaf and had one leg. I don't know why. So I'm going, if you don't audition me, I'm going to kill your whole family.
Oh, no.
And so as like security was dragging me away, I said, I just want to know if it was real. Did you buy it? So she was just like, it was amazing. I said, so would you call me back? And she said, not as long as I'm alive.
No, wait a minute. Did you even have an audition? Or did you just go in there cold?
I crashed the office.
Oh my God. That's hilarious. Now, did Francine Maisler is one of the biggest casting directors in town.
I love her to death. Yeah.
That's hilarious. The things that you'll do to get, one time my wife Kamala, she wanted to get an audition for Kill Bill when it was first, being made. And so I was like, I know how you get an audition for Kill Bill. You can make a basket full of old movie candy, like I don't know, Sweet Tarts,
Twizzlers,
and all that stuff, Jolly Ranchers or whatever, I don't know. Hot tamales is what I was trying to think of. So we got this bag. We put them all in the basket. I was trying to think of hot tamales the whole time. I was like, just coming up with other stuff. But anyway, so I got the basket, and I was like, let's go find out where he's editing whatever his previous movie was. And we found out where Tarantino was. And we went over there, and I put her reel in there, all the movie stuff. I put it in there, and called that night. She had an audition.
Amazing.
Yeah. They ended up cutting the character, unfortunately, but that she auditioned for. But
I love those stories.
Yeah, like that's what you got to do sometimes. But then, of course,
you just can't follow any rules. That's why he looks familiar. And we also watched Smothered.
Yay,
Smothered. Todd, did you love Smothered or what? And everybody could go to smotheredtv.com.
Yeah.
And your wife says hot tamales.
She says hot tamales because I was thinking hot tamales.
I want to go to
a parents holding key party. That
was great. I was so young. I was like 19. I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Oh yeah.
Although, I mean, I knew when they were naked, so that was a dead giveaway.
All right. What other crazy stories do you have?
There was a plain sex story.
Okay. He said, I say very trepidatiously. Okay.
Well, it was involving a star, so I won't say his name.
Okay.
And maybe he was in Dog Day Afternoon.
Maybe.
And maybe. And we were in first class, and I'm talking to him, and the captain comes out and says hello to both of us, and then sends over a bottle of champagne. So half a champagne bottle later, I get up to go to the bathroom, and the pilot followed me in.
What? The pilot of the plane? Mile High Club.
Yeah, so that was that. And then I came out and I sat down, and Al goes, "Good on you, big whore."
That is a crazy story.
I know, just shit happens.
So tell me about Smothered and how you guys came up with that show. Because you created the show yourselves, right?
Yeah, it's insane. And the reaction, really, Joel, it's been nuts.
Yeah.
It's been like the PR and all this shit. But it started out from a big old fight, because me and Jason, I've known him for 30 years, and he's always been bald, and he's always been puffy, and he's always been shiny. So, I mean, which
are good qualities in an actor, because those guys work all the time.
Character actor. Yeah. He's never going to have to worry about being a leading man. And so we knew each other, like Taylor Negron. Do you remember?
Oh yeah.
He was great. He brought him to my house. I had some rave party at my house like 35 years ago. Did you star in an Australian accent? And
that's what they do.
And I was so high, and I was loaded, and I don't remember meeting him at all. But he was wearing, a mullet wig, and it was like Farrah Fawcett. And Love Smothered. It was like my ex. Exactly. Thank you, Todd. And so we've gotten together, and we've been in each other's projects. So we had a huge fight because he invited me to do this other project with horrible people. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to be involved. He said, well, I don't want to lose a friendship about it. And I said, well, I don't care about our friendship. And I hung up on it. And when I thought about it, the best part of our relationship is that we spar, and it's funny. People laugh at us.
Yeah.
So I called him up and I said, all right, motherfucker, here's the idea.
Yeah.
And this is what we're going to do. And I got our director, and I got his sound man and a camera and whatever. And I said, this is what we're going to do, and you need to shut up. So that's how this happened. And we wrote it together, and we improvised and we wrote, we improvised and we wrote, and we improvised and we wrote. And it looks really improv, but it's not.
Oh, clearly it's not, because it's
really,
so well done.
A shitload, and Terry Hanauer, our director, is like genius queen of the world, and she directed my one-man show, Mutant Olive.
Yeah, tell me about that.
That's one of the best things ever.
How did I miss that?
For me.
That sounds
great. Joe, what the fuck?
Mutant Olive.
Mutant Olive, standing room only.
I've done it in
London, New York, LA. Well, my parents were speed freak alcoholics. So I have a very colorful childhood.
Yeah, I guess so.
It all takes place in an audition.
Yeah. Oh, the whole show does.
The whole show, and it's like for a part I'm really wrong for, like Hamilton's best friend. They're doing an unplugged version of Hamilton. So I rap and shit in between spewing about my hideous childhood and life and
you rapping in
drugs
it?
and alcohol and getting sober and
Yeah.
having sex with anything with a neck, you know.
I want to ask you about that too. I like to ask my guests about this. But in the industry, this industry, which is a kind of a crazy industry, and it's a difficult one, how do you keep your head straight? What do you do to keep your mind right? In from day to day, year after year after year in this business, this crazy business.
It's so funny. I just, me and Jason and the people that I surround myself with, I mean, we all have the same kind of mentality. And I don't wait for people to give me permission to create.
Yeah.
That's one of my fucking mottos. You know, I mean, if I want to play a part and I'm not being cast in it, I do it on stage.
Yeah.
And I'll throw it up. You know, like that for an hour and a half in Mutant Olive. I do 17 characters. And it's hysterical and it's alarming and it's shocking and you laugh and you cry and you're shocked.
Yeah.
And I just keep creating. Like in the pandemic here, we're not going to talk about it, but I wrote another pilot that we're going to do. It's called Peeling the Stinky Onion, and it's about a grief group. So it's a Black comedy, and I'm really excited about that. I just finished a screenplay, and we're doing all kinds of PR for Smothered. Everybody go to smotheredtv.com.
Smotheredtv.com. I'll put it on the screen.
Yeah, 25 minutes. You can binge the whole fucker and give me a 5-star review over on Amazon Prime. And a nice little review.
Well, that's the thing too. Is
we've got like 55,000 views. Oh, there you go, smotheredtv.com.
There it is. So yeah, that's the great thing about this show too. Is that and this is another great thing about the way the industry has gone right now is that the shows are short. And you can do any length of show. You can have multiple shows at various lengths rather than having to follow these very stringent rules that they used to have about, how a show is structured. So you can structure it in a different way. And you can also make it a lot more accessible to people so that, you can sit down and watch this whole series in an hour and a half if you want.
No, in 25 minutes.
25 minutes.
There's 7 5-minute episodes. Yeah. You could do it on your lunch break.
You could do it on your lunch break.
Have a sandwich, have a cocktail, you're done.
And do you think that you want to try and make this like a network show or something?
Well, we've been pitching a literary agent who's in love with it, and everybody. As soon as it came out on Amazon, we're taking all these meetings with big production companies because we want to do a 30-minute version of it. So everybody's really excited, and we have like 3 seasons mapped out.
It's great.
And I have another second season of the short form.
Yeah.
Because once we get out of jail, we are thrown into the LGBTQ RESPCT facility.
I wondered what happens after that. I didn't want to give it away.
Well, we go into like this one-room efficiency, and now we can't get the fuck away from each other. Because for everybody, it's about this hateful couple who can't stand each other but can't afford to get divorced.
Yeah.
So we're stuck. And then it becomes an ensemble cast. So we have like transsexual, we have hookers, we have homeless people, we have our parents, the Jewish mafia.
Your parents.
Oh yeah.
Did you so when you were improvising with him, did you draw upon your friendship over this length of time to come up with these things? Because it seems like you guys have a real relationship. Most people I'm sure are asking you, are you guys really a couple?
100%. Jason and I are always going to throw up. But
and when I talk to him, he's like, we're not a couple.
I know. He wants to make sure everybody knows. But I know how to push his buttons. I've created buttons to push in him. So I know how to make him like insane.
Yeah.
And we know each other so well. And he's got like the selective Alzheimer's where he tells me all kinds of shit and forgets that he tells me. So he thinks that I'm psychic, that I came up with it. And I was like, you're such an idiot.
That's what I liked about the relationship between you two in the show is, when you're in a relationship with somebody for a long period of time, you know how to push their buttons. And you might not consciously go, I'm going to push the button now. But you retaliate. Things escalate. And in this, it totally escalates like that, where you're just like poking at each other.
And I have to win.
Winning.
I have to win. And I always do, but
Have you always been somebody who's this personal with your work?
Yeah, that's a great question. Yes, I am.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, as soon as I started writing, when I came here, as soon as I started writing and I was at the Beverly Hills Playhouse, with Milton, we talked about that for a second. I had 2 theaters at my disposal that I can do. And the kind of study that we always did, because I was at the Actor Studio in New York, and it was always about personal, use your personal shit. Yeah. So people say it's brave, what I do, and I don't really see it as brave. I just think it's really the only thing I have to draw from is my own personal tragedy or baggage or insanity or sense of humor. And I just can take all my material and turn it into humor. Or a black comedy. And it's like underneath is the heart and the soul, which I hope everybody's getting from Smothered, is, with great anger and bickering and like, slamming. Underneath there's a heart, there's real love.
Oh, yeah, I think everybody can relate to that. I mean, everybody is, anybody can relate to that. And then also you can see in the show, even though they're just vicious with each other, there's a bond and a love between the 2 characters. And
that's so great.
That's why you want to keep watching it. That's
great.
And the other thing that was great too is the other actors that you have in the
weren't they amazing?
Show. Did you guys cast them?
We are.
Did you cast them?
Yeah. You know what? They're friends.
Yeah.
Through Jason and through Terry, the director, and me, and they all have bigger careers than Jason and I do. They're all more about. I mean, like Helen Hung, and it's very diverse. It's because we didn't want just white people. It was very important to have like the world we want to see reflected in it. So Helen Hung, who's Asian, who was pushing her fucking book in the first episode, is on Silicon Valley. And then Poncho is great. He's on Dave, or I forgot what the fuck. He's a little person. He likes to call himself Bite Size. He's the couch therapist.
Yeah, was he also in Adam Astra?
No, that's another little person.
Oh, really?
Like I have a little person in everything I do.
Everybody was asking if it was Peter Dinklage last week.
Everyone, I just say yes.
Yes.
I do.
Yeah. But he was great in that too. And it's cool because each therapist that you go to in each episode is a different type of therapist. You can go to like a child therapist at one point.
Oh yeah, that's Erica Irvin from American Horror Story. She's 7 feet tall and a trans woman.
Wow. That's one of the great things about doing a short piece like this as well, is you can pull in people that are, currently working, and a lot of times they'll jump in and do it for a day. Yeah, which is great.
And everybody was just so, for nothing.
For nothing.
Let's
see. I can't relate to getting Randy. Wait a minute. To getting Randy while watching This Is Us. Oh, yeah, you know how you guys are talking about that. Watching This Is Us. That's comedy, Todd. That's comedy. Todd's always looking for
baby.
All right. Well, I better cut this short now because it's the end of the show. But it's so great talking with you, Mitch. And I hope that
it was great.
I hope you'll come on the show sometime and do whatever you want to do. It's like you have an open invitation here at the Cult of the Hummingbird, and. And sorry I out echoed you.
I can't even hear the echo.
I don't know. This is the thing. I can't hear it either. This is just the way. This is the way the
interwebs work. For me, it's perfect. You and your water, me with the sunset.
It's because I'm under the water,
baby.
All right. So thanks, Mitch. I release you to the rest of your day. I hope you have a great time, and I'll see you soon.
Ciao, man.
Ciao, man.
Smothered.
That was fun.
TV. Yeah.
Thanks, Mitch. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, of course, in my mind, I'm just like, echo? Wonder what's causing that echo.
At all.
I've got my little digital mind going, trying to figure that out. So now we're going to go into the dance break. The dance break, of course, for those of you that don't know, is at the end of the show, I have a brilliant musician playing a cover of a song that a lot of us might know. Today is no exception. This is my new favorite phrase. Today is no exception. I have Mike Dawes, who is this incredible guitarist, and I reached out to him and I was like, hey, Mike Dawes, I've got this great show with Mitch Hara. I wondered if I could play your clip at the end and just top it off and make it this incredible extravaganza. with Echo. Thanks, Mitch. Keep being you, says Todd Lee. By the way, Todd Lee is going to be on the show tomorrow because it's Flammable Liquids Week, and he's going to come on the show and tell a flammable liquid story. Too bad we didn't ask Mitch to tell one. I'm sure he has one. And ladies and gentlemen, try typing Echo off. Yeah, I'll do that. Here we go. Mike Dawes. You're going to be blown away with this, and I'll try not to talk through the whole thing with my echoey voice. So it's Slow Dancing in a Burning Room, John Mayer cover. I'm sure a lot of you like that. I'm talking, of course. This guy is incredible. I gotta roll it. That's right. I'm gonna let this roll a little bit because I want. Because I've got permission to play this. I've got permission. Use it. I invite you to go to Mike Dawes' YouTube channel. Subscribe. And also to smotheredtv.com. Check out the show Smothered. Thank you to Mitch for being on the show. Thanks Mike Dawes for letting us play a little bit of this. See y'all tomorrow for Todd Lee for more combustible materials stories. And I'll talk to you soon. This has been Lunch Therapy. There you are.